Marseille 0, Liverpool 3. A solid performance by Arne Slot's men in France, and what a massive boost to securing a top 8 finish in the Champions League table. Welcome to Marching Reds. I am Aman Chima, and here I am to review the game between Olympique Marseille and Liverpool. And what a night it was. Let's start from the starting 11. It was good to see Mohamed Salah being named once again as a Liverpool player after his AFCON campaign went a little bit south, looking at the fact that he went out in the semi-final stage. But Alisson back in goal. In the right back position, it was Jeremy Frimpong. Ibrahima Konate was in France but did not travel with the Liverpool squad, so he had to miss out on this game. It was Joe Gomez along with our skipper Virgil van Dijk as the second centre back. In the left back position, it was Milos Kerkez. In the midfield, the trusted trio of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, and Dominic Szoboszlai. And up top, the front three that we all wanted: Florian Wirtz on the left side, Hugo Ekitike as a number 9, and the Egyptian king Mo Salah as the right winger. The game started in a very lively manner. Apart from a few moments, you could see that even Olympique Marseille wanted to dominate the ball, and Liverpool was sort of fine with the fact that, yes, they're playing away. Fans would be against them, so they would have to concede possession for a bit in that game. Slowly but gradually, we saw Liverpool grow into the game. I expected Liverpool to start with a 4-3-3 sort of a formation, but the fact that we had both the number 10s in Szoboszlai and Florian Wirtz being named in the 11, you could see that we were sort of switching from a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-2-2. Depending whether we had possession or whether we didn't. And it was the pressing game that really needed to be on point for the Reds, because whenever you see De Zerbi playing with his team, whether it's with Marseille or for that matter when he was the manager in Brighton in the Premier League, you knew that he's that kind of a manager who likes to have the ball being played from the back and sort of build his play forward in the game. And that's why you saw Dominic Szoboszlai leading the press for us, and Ekitike and Salah being deployed more towards the flanks and not towards the center. And there were moments where I felt, okay, how could that situation be a foul when Florian Wirtz, out of all the people, was conceding fouls, given the fact that he's not that physical. And I was like, okay, they are barely getting away with this. So the fact that we sort of scored the first goal, although being a bit offside, that just gave a sense to all the Liverpool fans and the players especially, the fact that if we do not concede possession, if we just stay focused, there will be moments for us. And if we can capitalize on them, there would be 3 points for the taking. And that is what happened right before the halftime whistle. Gravenberch gets the ball right outside the box. He takes a step forward and gets tackled. Again, I am still surprised with the fact that how was that not a yellow card? And you could see 3 or 4 people from Liverpool lining up. It was McAllister, Wirtz, Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai being right behind the ball. And slowly you could see, first of all, Wirtz going away from the ball, and then it was McAllister. Earlier, we used to have a certain player who now does not play with us, but now in this season, we've got another gem of a player who has sort of taken the sole responsibility whenever we get a free kick. And what an incredible free kick that was. The fact that he analyzed the fact that there was no person from the Marseille side going down. It was, I think, a 3 or 4 man wall. And you just had to make sure that, the wall jumps. And with his incredible precision, Dominic Szoboszlai, instead of going up and above the wall, he takes a very low shot and scores the goal for Liverpool. So halftime 1-0. I mean, that was just the perfect thing that we wanted. And it just silenced the crowd after that. And apart from any mistakes, this game should and was a foregone conclusion. But as every Liverpool game is, especially in the last 3-4 months or so, it is not over till it is over. So, of course, it was good to go ahead in the halftime, but it was just the complacency factor, which I was personally fearing. And I just hoped for the fact that, at least in this game, given the fact that it is so vital for us, for our chances to get into the top 8, let's stay focused, let's stay concentrated, because, there would be a lot of moments, especially in the second half, where Marseille would be sort of intensifying the pressure and would be coming at us. And that is how the second half started. It was in the first 10, 12, 15 minutes or so where like it really looked that Olympic Marseille would get an equalizer, but credits to our defense. We stuck around, we hung around, and we made sure that all their chances would at least be outside the box. That would just increase our chances of defending that situation properly. And during this phase, it became an open game where we saw chances for Hugo Ekitike, who struck the woodwork. And, that is when, like, I'm pretty sure all the Liverpool fans would have had their hearts sunk because right 10 seconds after, you saw another chance for Marseille through Greenwood, who just plays the ball over. And in various moments during the season, we've seen how, like, when we were 1-0 up or leading in the game, we try to go further ahead, but then we end up conceding. And then again, the game is open for us to chase again. So it's a game of fine margins, as Arne Slot has been saying all across this season. But the fact that we get a second goal, and that was all due to Jeremy Frimpong's persistence. He gets the ball right outside the box, in and around the right flank, and Frimpong being Frimpong, he slows the pace down, then suddenly increases the pace, gets towards the byline, and I don't even know whether that was a shot or a cross or a pass, but somehow the ball gets through and Liverpool are leading 2-0. Perfect. But it's a Liverpool game, and it's still not over because we've conceded 2-0 leads very late in the second half also. And but the fact that you saw that this team wanted to win, even right till the end, we were sort of pressing. We were going after the players. We knew that we had a plan and we were implementing it to the T. And that is what every Liverpool fan wanted to see, because the only big criticism that we as fans have been having of this team is the fact that they've been very passive, very timid. And when you leave the game open for the opposition to come at us, we have been conceding goals. And that is something that we did not allow to happen this time around. And Cody Gakpo, who has, again, had the wrath of the fans coming his way in the past few weeks or so, gets the third goal for us and just finishes the night for Liverpool with those 3 points. A massive, massive victory for Arne Slot. And now the table is looking much more in favor for us, although it's not over. But to see Liverpool go right up there to the 4th place as of now, and with the home game against Karabakh, which should be a favorable fixture for us, and we should get this job done now because we've done the hard yards in this campaign, and it would be something that we deserve given the fact that we've had a torrid season on the pitch, yes, but off the pitch too, like with the Mo Salah controversy, the fact that like with every result that goes not in our favor, Arne Slot has been called for, his job has been called for. And even in the press conference, when the question was asked regarding Xabi Alonso and his future, I was personally not impressed with the fact, because, I mean, that just shows that, like, even the media, whether it's in the UK or in Europe, does want to sort of provoke you. But credits to my manager, credits to our manager, with the fact that he laughed it off with a smile and gave a cheeky response. And, that is how he is. And some people like it, some people might not like it, but, it's his opinion. So, I'm just happy with the fact that he took it on the chin and just appreciated the work that he has done, appreciated the support that he's been given by the board, and we'll see what happens. But the fact of the matter is he got a massive, massive result today as well. Next up is Bournemouth away in the Premier League. But the bigger challenge would be whether we start becoming more consistent in the performance aspect also or not, because now with this victory, we are on a 13-game unbeaten streak. But I would rather start to focus on how can we convert those sluggish draws into more victories. And hopefully, when I talk about this sort of a patch again, it should be more of a 13-game winning streak rather than just being unbeatable. So let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section below. Were you impressed with any particular player? Because, I mean, I cannot think of a performance or a player who did not play to his fullest potential, whether it was Frimpong. Kirkes looked really solid. Huge credits to Joe Gomez, who played out the full 90 minutes for us. And I'm just so happy for him because he has not been a regular starter for us. He has got sporadic minutes in his legs. But, whenever he's called for, he has played for the badge in the most passionate way possible. So let me know if you think that Florian Wirtz should have done better in some situations, because I personally felt that, like I still remember that chance in that second half where if he would have been a little more at it, you would have seen the game being done and dusted quite early. But it is what it is. We move on. And yeah, it was really nice to get a victory, especially against Marseille, especially the way that they play, and an away game also ticked off in the Champions League campaign that we are on. So let me know what you thought about this game in the comment section below. If you've liked this video, let me know by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and also letting me know your footballing perspectives down there below. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.